Regards. The Technopark Istanbul is celebrating its 10th anniversary, and we are here for the inauguration of the second stage. I hope that the second stage of Technopark is going to be auspicious for our country, our city, as well as the companies which operate in this Technopark. The third stage is currently being built, and hopefully it will be completed as soon as possible and will start its operations. The Turkish-Japanese Science and Technology University is also being built right next to this Technopark, which I believe is quite relevant. Again, we are close to the airport, and we are establishing another center for trade fairs and conferences, as well as a public park. I believe these are going to contribute to the Technopark. After the Second World War, some countries have set the right targets for them in science and technology and have made stable progress in those areas, and they have come to important positions, important levels in the world. But Turkey, with the exception of the tenures of Menderes and Özal, did not set such conscious target and did not do what was necessary, and for this reason it was left behind in this race. We have re-entered this race thanks to the important steps and the leaps we have carried out in the past 10 years in science and technology. The Technopark that we are in at the moment was a project of late Turgut Özal in 1988, which is 32 years before today, with a decision of the cabinet. This area was designated as a project zone for the airport as well as an advanced technology research area. A technology center which runs international scale projects and which also included an airport was the initial goal. But unfortunately, this plot of land was left empty for a long time. Even though the airport was built and opened, the technology park was entirely forgotten and neglected. And we are happy that today we are fulfilling this project. In the past 18 years, we have built roads, bridges, and airports for our country. We have built mega projects. But we also promote science, technology, and innovation through centers like this one. We do not only create this atmosphere and this infrastructure, but we also continuously develop it, improve it, and we make every kind of effort and extend our support for its survival and for its achievement. Turkey currently has more than 200 universities and more than 1,200 research centers and 365 design centers and 85 technology development zones. It enjoys a very strong technology, research and innovation network. These centers are serving companies, entrepreneurs, and our bright young people. Such centers are hosting them and serving them. Academic and technical information is turned into economic value in this system, and every element that is produced is helping our country achieve its goals. The Technopark by itself is a very clear indication of this fact, in addition to everything else that has been achieved in Istanbul so far. There are more than 300 companies and more than 5,000 employees working at the Technopark. It is playing a leading role in projects in many areas, starting with the defense industry. Aselsan, TEİ, Roketsan, BMC Power are some of the larger companies. For instance, Altınay Aviation, Armersan, Figes are high technology companies which are being hosted in this Technopark and are carrying out international and domestic projects. Migem Corvette, the Altay tank, the Anka, İHA drones, Akya missiles, and RHD amphibious attack ships are some of the honor projects of our countries and the projects are being run in this Technopark. In some focal areas, more than 10 universities are also operating here for great cooperation between the academy and the industry. There are workshops, laboratories, and social facilities offered by this Technopark, which are also attracting international companies. BASF has an innovation center here, Boeing has an innovation center, and some leading engine, transmission, and automotive engineering company, FEV, are being hosted in the center. R&D activities turn into commercial value and contribute to the competitive edge of our country. Technopark Istanbul Technology Transfer Office is especially supporting 4 different clusters: defense, aviation, space, health, maritime, technology, and cybersecurity clusters are helping us mitigate our foreign dependency and helping us develop our domestic technologies and to bring our local industry and technology to the higher league. In addition to such critical companies, we also have new startups which are making full use of the facilities of the Technopark. At the moment, more than 95 entrepreneurs are working on their innovative activities and running their R&D activities in this center. For instance, there are startups which are working on poisonous chemicals or detecting risks through the use of AI or using technology to detect cancer, lung cancer, by using 3D technologies. There are many such groups which are running similar projects in this center. We have developed Technopark Istanbul and brought it to a certain level. This was thanks to the efforts of the Ministry of Trade and Industry as well as the Ministry of Defense in close coordination with the Chamber of Trade. The projects that are run here are also setting a model for our other technoparks. When all stages are complete, the Istanbul Technopark will have 1.5 million square meter indoor area and will host more than 1,000 R&D companies. Our goal is to increase the capacity to a level where 43,000 R&D engineers work, and to make it one of the most prominent R&D centers in the world. There are 85 technoparks in our country, and in all of them we are offering great incentives to companies which are working there. The brightest young people of our country or entrepreneurs are finding the opportunity to work on their dreams in this technoparks and are contributing to our national economy. Such centers are also promoting reverse brain drain and inviting researchers back to our country and offering them first-class working environments. I would like to give a personal example. As you know, a short while ago, we had a project to build a national car, and it was welcomed very warmly by our nation. Turkey, when it started taking steps for its first local automobile, certain people claimed that an automotive industry could not be established in Turkey. They have penned official reports and they were making their intentions obvious. This mentality has cost us 60 years in a delay of development. We still took the necessary steps and we noticed that Turkey's power or Turkey's potential was sufficient. The brain team of the project are working in a technology and innovation center, which is going to be the pride of our country. Many Turkish engineers and Turkish professionals have abandoned their prestigious jobs abroad and have come back to their homelands in order to take part in this project in great anticipation. In Turkey's IT Valley, and its innovation base, they are working on projects which is going to shape the future of Turkey. Last year, we have started International Leading Researchers Program, which has received a very high level of demand, and this level is promising. High-level researchers from some of the most prominent research centers of the world have now chosen their own country to run their research activities. The returning researchers are bringing with them their experience and their field experience. They're raising PhD students and they're forming a great role model for the young people. Turkey has a young population, whereas the populations of Japan and Europe are aging, and Turkey is a good candidate to replace them in science and technology. Our number one treasure is our young people. We develop their skills and we encourage them to chase their dreams through science centers. We are opening technology and experimentation centers. The Technofest is also very broadly visited, which shows the potential of our nation in technology and is also boosting our hopes towards the future. The future of Turkey depends on technology and innovation. We have proven ourselves in defense industry. Now we have other areas of manufacture, and with a conscious strategy, I'm sure that we can achieve this as well. In national revenue, in exports, in economic and social development indicators, we have made a lot of progress, which is giving us further incentives. We are going to add new achievements to previous ones, and with a total movement, we're going to turn Turkey into a center of global investment. In the last quarter of 2018 and last year, because of a foreign originating economic attack, we were a little behind our targets, but we were able to overturn this economic trap and our economy started rising once again. There are international organizations which are writing pessimistic scenarios for Turkey, and their scenarios proved untrue. Now they are claiming that they have made mistakes and Turkey will recover faster than their expectations. 2019, we are going to close with positive development despite every challenge. And this year, I believe fully that we're going to reach a growth figure much higher than our expectations. With decreasing financing costs, the investment climate has started improving once again. From automotive to housing, we see signs of this in every industry. The trust towards the economy is increasing. We have started hearing new high-level figures from the manufacturing industry. Our industry production increased by 8% after a break of so many years. In manufacturing and production, orders are increasing. The domestic demand is also recovering. I would like to call on all of our companies and telling them this is now time to invest so that we can have more employment and more production. We are giving incentives for investment, for manufacturing, for R&D, incentives for employment, and interest rates have fallen down towards single-digit domain, and now entrepreneurs have the opportunity to invest because investment will bring with it more employment, which will bring with it more production and more competition. So we are doing everything in our power, and the entrepreneurs and investors should do everything in their power, otherwise they risk being too late.
Yatırım için gereken öngörülebilirliği sağlayacak tüm makro
Uh,
politikaları
we are
şeffaf
putting
bir
into place
biçimde
all
uyguluyor.
macro policies in a
Eksik olan her ne
transparent way
varsa
which ensure
el birliğiyle
foreseeability in the
üzerine
investments
gidiyor.
environment.
İnşallah
Whatever is
Türkiye'yi
missing, we will
en
do
kısa
our
sürede
best to complete.
2023 hedefleriyle
And as soon
buluşturacağız.
as possible, we're going
En
to
büyük
bring
hayalimiz
Turkey to its
evlatlarımıza
2023 targets.
2053
Our number
ve
one goal
2071
is
vizyonlarını
to
hayata geçirebilecekleri
give
güçlü bir
young
Türkiye
people a
bırakmak.
strong Turkey in which they can
Birliğimize,
realize further dreams.
beraberliğimize,
Our unity,
kardeşliğimize,
our
ülkemize ve
solidarity, our
milletimize olan
brotherhood,
inancımıza
our nation
sıkı sıkıya
and
sahip
country.
çıktığımız
We have
sürece
full
bu
confidence in all of
hayalimizi
these. And
gerçeğe
as long as we have this
dönüştürmemizde
confidence,
kimse
nobody
mani
can
olamaz.
prevent us from making our dreams realities.
Bu düşüncelerle bir kez daha açılışını yaptığımız
With such
Technopark'ın
emotions, once again, I
İstanbul
wish the Technopark
ikinci
is going to be
etabının
auspicious
hayırlı olmasını diliyorum.
for our
Bu
country,
eserlerin hayata
the second
geçmesinde
stage
emeği
of the
geçen
Technopark.
herkese
And I'd like
teşekkür
to
ediyorum.
thank everyone who
Merhum
contributed
Özal başta
to this
olmak üzere
important place.
bu yolda
I would like to
gayret
thank
sarf etmiş
previous
ve bugün
politicians,
aramızda olmayan
including
ülke
Özal,
ve millet
who have
sevdalılarını
contributed
rahmetle yad
greatly to
ediyorum.
such projects and are
Sizlere
no
de
longer with us.
sevgilerimi,
And I once again
saygılarımı
greet
sunuyorum.
you with my
Kalın
deepest
sağlıcakla.
regards and affection. Be well.
Cumhurbaşkanımız Sayın Recep Tayyip Erdoğan'a konuşmaları için çok teşekkür ediyor ve zat zevetlerini bir müddet daha sahnede misafir ediyoruz. Değerli konuklar, günün anısına hediyelerini takdim etmek üzere Savunma Sanayi Başkanımız Profesör Doktor Sayın İsmail Demir'i sahneye davet ediyoruz.